guys, Joanne here with Newegg TV. I'm here to do an overview on this ENERMAX FULMO mid-tower computer case, model number ECA892A. This case is made of steel with some plastic. And at the front we have some embossed honeycomb mesh for enhanced airflow. 1, 2, 3, 4 5¼ drive bays, and just below that 2 pre-installed 120mm Vegas series LED fans. And if you take the grip at the bottom here, you can pry open the front bezel just like that. And you'll see that we have some metal covers here that you can swing back and forth to pop right out so you can install your 5¼ drives. And just below that, as you can see, these are the fans. On this side, we have a pre-installed 180mm Vegas series LED fan, and there is an option to install a second 180mm fan. On the back, we have a couple grommets for cable threading or threading through your water cooling tubes, and a pre-installed 120mm fan, which is not LED. Next to that, a knockout for your input-output shield for your motherboard, 2, 4, 6, 8 expansion slots, and a power supply mount on the bottom. Finally, on this side, we have a mount for a 90mm or 120mm fan if you wish to further cool your CPU. I've removed the right side panel. Over here we have a cutout for your aftermarket heatsink, a couple grommets and holes to thread your cables through, tie down points so you can use your zip ties to manage your cables, and here is a very interesting vertical hard drive mount, and I'll show you how it works when I talk about the interior. Now for a look at the interior, but first, here's your 180mm fan, and it's 3-pin and 2-pin fan connectors for your LED and speed control. Inside, we have a 120mm fan that I talked about at the back of the case, and it's Molex plugs, Molex power plug and pass-through with its 3-pin connector. And this is the top 120mm fan that I had also talked about earlier with its Molex power plug with pass-through and 3-pin connector. They've included some motherboard standoffs already for your ATX and micro ATX motherboards, and you'll be able to fit a max 16-inch graphics card in here. And this is a Velcro cable tie for your power supply. Put it in place. And these bunch of cables are your front panel connectors. This is your USB 2.0 connector, your reset LED and power connectors. This is your 20-pin 3.0 USB 3.0 connector that plugs into your motherboard, audio connectors, and your SATA data and power plugs for the docking station at the top of the case. Right here we have a PCB for your fan speed control and LED. Currently your two front fans are all plugged in and ready to go. And right here we have a mount for 2 3.5-inch drives. On the right side we have a toolless design for your 5¼ drives. Simply slide to the left and lift. And down here is your vertical hard drive mount. First time I've ever seen something like this. You just have to remove these 3 screws in order to lay it down flat so you can install your drives. Just let me quickly remove these. Bear with me here. There is one more screw left. Oh, and here it comes, all the way down. You'll be able to install 2 3.5-inch drives here or 3 2.5-inch drives. Same holds true for the vertical drive mount on the other side of the case. At the top of the case, we have your power button, reset button, 2 USB 2.0 ports that flank your headphone and microphone jacks, and 2 USB 3.0 ports. And this is your fan LED button and your fan speed control switch from low to high. And over here we have a cover that if we take off, it'll reveal a dock for a 2.5-inch or 3.5-inch drive. I have a sample 3.5-inch hard drive with me that I'm going to dock here. And it's kind of fun how it's got a diagonal look to it. Let me remove that. And over here there is a button that you press to so you can easily remove the top cover. Inside there mounts, there is a pre-installed 120mm fan. However, you have the option to mount two 120 or 140mm fans. On the bottom, we have some raised feet and mesh for airflow and some rubber pads to reduce vibration. Here you have the option to install two 120 or 140mm fans. Before I talk about the accessories, I want to mention real quick that these metal covers can be used to install, back of it can be used to install an additional 120mm fan. That is if you don't plan on installing more drives, 5 1/4 inch drives. Now for the accessories. Inside this box we have your installation guide, some optical drive and 2.5 inch drive screws, 3.5 inch drive screws. I love how they are all labeled. Your motherboard standoffs, bolts and sleeves. This is a padlock and screw for your side panel. So your side fan screws, power screws, Velcro cable ties, and your regular zip ties, and lastly this motherboard speaker. That wraps up our overview on this ENERMAX FULMO mid-tower computer case, model ECA892A. I'm Joanne, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our Newegg YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.